Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Construction Record. I'm Warren Frey, digital media editor, and with me today I have.
Jack Aspenson, CEO of S3 Surface Solutions.
Let's start there, Jack. What is S3 Surface Solutions?
We're an environmentally focused company creating products for the construction industry that do not contribute to increased VOCs and also any element that might affect a human.
Okay, and what would some of those products be?
So we have a product that actually is made in Canada, formulated in Canada with our cooperation that is sprayed onto concrete at time of pour. It does not increase the use of silicates, which has been a problem in the industry. It uses different technology, which is unique to it. And it is biodegradable if it is allowed to spill in any way. And it also reduces moisture permanently in the concrete so that you don't have any type of sick building syndrome due to moisture coming through the concrete or mold or mildew.
Is this a somewhat recent innovation, or is this something that's been going on for a while? Because it's not something that gets talked about a whole lot.
It does not get talked about. That's one of the biggest challenges is there's a lot of things that in the construction space that become a budget issue more than they do a concern for longevity and for overall efficiency of or return on investment of that building when it's created. The product itself is 17 years old. It was originally created for the wastewater and water treatment industries to make sure water didn't come through concrete, either from the groundwater into the water system, fresh water, or from wastewater out to the groundwater. That was the intent of the product, and we found out it works really well on new building construction and renovation.
Okay, you have an upcoming product that's made from sulfur. Now,
yes,
I know better, but when I hear sulfur, I'm like, oh, is that bad? but clearly not if you're making a product out of it.
No, we actually, it's interesting. We have quite a few products. So the sulfur-based is a no-water concrete that reduces CO2 that has created. So we're creating a variant. So for every ton of concrete that's created, we save a ton of CO2 for being created. We also have, I have a product that we just launched that is a self-leveling underlayment that is 70% recycled and waste material. One of the other projects that we have right now is our adhesives for flooring is the only Green Guard Gold certified adhesive. So it has the least amount of VOCs that it's activating. We don't, as a company, make anything unless we have a market that is capable of working with these products. Because not always are you the least expensive, but it also appreciates the return on investment and the commitment to the environment.
And what primarily are those markets? Is it residential or is it other? Well, just tell me, I guess.
But yeah, commercial flooring. So anything business oriented would be the primary. We are working on precast materials for industrial, so wastewater, water treatment. We are also focusing in on, for instance, one of our businesses is removing adhesives that have asbestos in it and then isolating it. So everything that we do is focused on improving the environment from a welding industry to a boating industry to commercial real estate to residential real estate. We've got some products, and then even in healthcare, education, and hospitality or food service. Our products cross the gambit.
And I see you have antimicrobial epoxy systems, I would assume, with hospitality and certainly with healthcare. That would be a concern.
That is a concern. We've actually done, there's a major healthcare system in Ohio. We've done almost 2,200 patient bathrooms just in that one facility. It's a big facility, obviously.
I'm a layman on this, but how does that work? How do you have an epoxy system that repels microbes?
So epoxies by nature are also antifungal, nothing can grow to them, but you can have what I would call a liquid slurry of something that would have bacteria floating in it. So you have to have an additive in the epoxy that's exposed. It can't be internal to the epoxy. It has to be always exposing, even when you're creating traffic and eventually wearing that epoxy down, it has to be exposed to attract microbial growth to it and eliminate it from continuing.
And did you get any further interest, and would it apply with when COVID-19 hit? Because I know at first everybody was like, we got to polish every surface with a disinfectant, and maybe this is a solution already.
Well, the EPA kind of put a pretty strong hold on what was to be called an antimicrobial and not an antimicrobial.
Mhm.
And rightfully so. There's a lot of things out there that are not as strong an efficacy as they think they are. And so I don't know if this has been advertised really well, but there's the N list, which is considered pesticides. And then there's the N.1 list, which is considered residual kill. In other words, stays on surfaces for more than immediate.
Okay.
Which, for instance, a good example is bleach is immediate. But
Mhm.
as soon as that bleach has done its job, which is in seconds, any new microbial growth or bacterial growth that hits it is there. The bleach doesn't do a residual kill. So the
Right.
big focus during COVID was finding residual kills long term. And to date that I know of, only one's been approved, and that's actually copper, the
Right.
mineral copper. So that's why
Okay.
I think copper pricing went through the ceiling because everybody started buying copper fixtures.
Right. Right. Yeah. I remember seeing ads for this will repel, door handles and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, so also, one of the things I've got here is how to be carbon neutral through distribution. How exactly do you do that?
So that's actually our next 3-year goal, is that we're going to localize distribution and create regional distribution center. So back in my younger years, I owned a trucking company with a partner, and we were able to, obviously we were moving things from one state to the other and literally across the United States and then shipping overseas because we did a lot of military work too. One of the things I looked at was the hub and spoke method that a lot of companies use today, is that they'll have a central distribution center and production center so that they limit their diesel usage or their timing between when it reaches the distribution there to deliver to their end user product. And what we're doing is partnering with some of our current clients and saying, we'll put a distribution center in Spokane, Washington, or we'll put a distribution center in Phoenix, Arizona, because we want to service Southern California. And not have too much distance from our raw ingredients. So we've actually identified where we can buy all of our raw ingredients and distribute to our end user within a day's drive, reducing the carbon. We want to get the carbon zero, but you're going to have to get to electric trucks to get some of the distribution done. From a manufacturing standpoint, is you take out the amount of electricity used that's generated by fossil fuels. So for instance, in one of our plants now, we're already requesting from our local utility company that our power be supplied by wind power or solar power. So you can segment that.
And if people are interested in using S3 Surface Solutions or just learning more about them, where should they go?
Go to s3surfacesolutions.com, and we have a sheet on there. You can an inquiry sheet. Matter of fact, it actually gets CC'd to my desk as well as my sales team, and we will follow up.
Okay, great. Thanks very much.
Yeah, take care.